Talk 1600. You're catching the drift. Conservative talk. Intelligent conversations on local, state, and national issues with Gary Wellings, chief editor of the Current newspaper and Current Online. Join in the conversation at 734-822-1600. And now, your host, Gary Wellings.
Hey, and good Saturday afternoon. Thanks for tuning in to catch our drift. Joining me in studio with Ed Bonderenka.
Insert clever reply here. Hi, Gary.
Hey, Ed. All right, well, welcome to The Drift, and what we do every Saturday is go over the news that we put on thedailydrift.com. It's
the news you need to know.
Oh, so well done. Thank you very much, sir.
Can I go now?
I'm not done with you yet. We got lots to talk about. I don't know that I feel like doing anything. Can we just sit here and listen to music all hour? No, we're not doing that.
Hey, it's Open Phones Day.
Well, as always, 734-822-1600. Any of the subjects that we bring up, you're welcome to call in and give us your opinion. Or if you have something else, you're more than welcome to certainly call into the show and let us know.
Within the lines of the FCC.
Within the lines, please. Let's keep it clean. But let's take care of a little business. Garage doors. We always think about them never until they
freeze to the pavement, and then you destroy the opener trying to hit it open because it's stuck, and all the weather stripping tore off. And
it's not where I was going, but obviously it's happened to you.
Yeah,
has it?
It has. Yes. Hey, I worked in a factory a small plant that I ran, and we turned the heaters on, and we had the wood doors changed by the landlord to steel doors, and we generated so much humidity in our shop from the cutting fluids that everything condensed on the inside of these steel uninsulated doors ran down to the floor and froze the doors.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't
let's
thinking
get back
that.
to overhead door.
I'm thinking of broken chains and that sort of thing. But, overhead door, $75 off coupon in the Current. And if you're not getting the Current in the mail, you can certainly pick it up online, COURANT online.com, currentonline.com.
Various outlets like stores.
Yeah, we drop them off at the stores, gas stations, whatever in our area. But you can always go to currentonline.com and print off the coupons. It's easy.
And one per customer, please.
Take one per customer. And if you want to use that afterward to wrap your fish, you're more than welcome to. 734-449-0400. That's 734-449-0400. That's Overhead Door. It's a great group of people. They do a really good job with their doors. You've used them.
I've used them at a plant I worked at. Not that plant, but another plant. They wouldn't have done that to me.
Yeah, so definitely. And they're conveniently located off of 23 in Whitmore Lake. So between Brighton, Ann Arbor, wherever, you can get in there and get it done. Overhead OHDWhitmoreLake at gmail.com or OHDWhitmoreLake.com.
As a company, Overhead Door goes back to, I think, like 1928.
Yeah. Good people.
Yeah.
Good people. Okay, so I there's a million things to talk about, but why don't we just start with Mr. Smollett? I was tweeting out this morning, it seems like Chicago's going light on him. Oh, a little...
Light? Is that a racist comment? Are you saying he got white privilege?
I said light. Not white.
Oh, I just said light, like in light skin color or something. No? Okay, all right.
Where did that come from?
Well, it's just touchy.
No, the two charges, one was disturbing the peace or something, right? And the other one was filing a fake police report, which is kind of substantial. I think they call it a class 4. I don't know what the punishment is for that.
I heard like 3 years, not to mention the postal deal.
Okay, well, and that's where I want to go, right? So I tweeted out this morning, and I tagged the FBI Chicago office. Saying, hello, isn't this a federal crime? You mail fraud, number one, because you sent it out there. Number two, it's a threat. And number three, you sent fake anthrax. He ground up the aspirins and put that powder in. That's terrorism.
I think the post office has its own enforcement division, too.
I would hope.
Yeah, I believe they were one of the groups that were getting all those 9mm guns and ammo during the Obama administration when he was sucking the market dry. Every federal agency was sucking up tons of bullets off the market, and we couldn't buy any. Yeah.
Every postmaster or postman's got himself a gun, or gal has himself a gun.
No, he's gone postal in a while.
The point is, federal laws have been broken.
Yes.
I would like to see somebody at the FBI, Department of Justice, U.S. Postal Security Division, whatever, go after this guy because you sent like fake anthrax. That's terrorism. That is it is nothing
You're
less
making
than
the rest of
terrorism.
us feel unsafe.
Yeah. If you get a powder in the mail, be it baking powder or baby powder or whatever, your first thought is going to be, ooh, it's anthrax. I'm going to go to the doctor and get checked out.
Yep.
And how many people had that test done when they picked it up? You know what I mean? Someone stick their finger and went, oh, no, it's just aspirin. I don't think so.
Who does that anyhow? Come on.
I don't know.
Go get what's anthrax?
It's anthrax.
Yeah, right.
So I really want this guy to get the book thrown at him. And I'm not doing it to be mean. I'm doing it to create the point that, you know what? The rest of you that think it's all right to do this, no, it's not. And there's a price to pay.
You know, I watch his face on TV, and he's lost. He's just a lost young man, and I feel sorry for him. He needs Jesus, and I hope a good prison ministry reaches out to him. And I don't mean the Muslims either. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The guy,
It won't be. It'll be the Muslims.
Yeah, there's two sides to, like you want something, you feel sorry for the guy. You know what I mean? Man, you got to be really warped and twisted to do something like this. But at the same time, he was just engaged in a hateful, spiteful, despicable act that needs to be punished.
How do you lie so obviously?
He's an actor. He's a trained actor. I mean, we keep forgetting this, that's what he does for a living is fakes stuff.
Yeah. I can't imagine him now after doing that interview with, was it Robin Williams? Is that the lady, the African-American lady? Robin something,
yeah,
whatever her name is.
Something, I don't know.
Williams, I can't remember. But anyway, she went through a tough time with cancer and beat it at one time too. So I remember she's a great, I like her. She's on the liberal side, but she's a good journalist.
No, I'm sorry. She did not engage in journalism in that interview. Oh, you poor little baby.
All right, fine.
Yeah,
she's not a good journalist.
She was just way too soft on him.
Well, I'm sure to the benefit of the doubt for those, I'm sure they probably thought, oh, nobody's going to fake this. Who would think that someone's going to go to that length to fake their own hate crime?
Well, I guess Kamala Harris and Cory Booker didn't think that when they came right out and said, there is a story about this, by the way, that actually, what's his face, Smollett actually campaigned for Booker and Harris, okay? And there's an American Thinker article, I think it is. There's a guy who's been tweeting a bunch of stuff. He's a black guy in Hollywood, and he thinks there was a conspiracy for Smollett to do this with Kamala Harris and Cory Booker and their lynch law to get that passed. Because this all happened at the same time. And their sudden reaction where they come out and say, this will not stand. We have to do something about this bigoted country of ours. And their rush to judgment against conservative Americans. Whereas when Smollett's shown to be a fraud, their reaction is, well, we should take some time and think about this.
Right.
Well, you should have taken some time and thought about it before, too.
So let's hope the FBI or DOJ or Chicago police does some email looking to see if there was some emails in between Mr. Smollett and the Booker and the Harris campaigns or groups or campaign or staffing, and see if there was, because you know what, that would be a great story. That would eliminate two of the boneheads right off the bat. Maybe Hillary, you should go. Maybe Hillary, the Clinton crime syndicate, should look into it because that gives her back the number one spot on the D side, right? Yeah, When I found out he also did the letter too, for me I was like, yeah, you're just not only dumb, but just evil to do something like that. I mean, think of the people who opened that letter and the fright they would have had with the white powder coming out.
Mm-hmm. Anybody in the postal system,
Anybody,
the mailman who says, I delivered that letter. Did I get it on me? I'm headed to the doctors. And then he has a heart attack out of fear, right?
Yeah. Robin Roberts. Thank you, Derek.
Thank you, Derek. Hats off to Derek, the Swiss Army knife of radio production.
Exactly. Hey, let's take a call from Gary in Hazel Park. Wants to talk about Jussie Smollett. Gary, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. Now, look, the first thing I heard about this whole thing that gave me pause was he left that noose around his neck for an hour and a half.
Yeah, I know.
Which should have been the giveaway, right?
And holding onto the Subway sandwich still.
As soon as I heard that, I knew it was a fake job because he would have pulled that thing off his neck seconds after he was left alone. thrown it on the ground, and that would have been a far more believable story.
Oh, so you're a racist, Gary.
You guys just brought up about Cory Booker and the nutbag in California. That sounds very logical now. When you put it all together, that makes perfect sense.
Wow.
Yeah.
But Gary, obviously, your first impression was that of a racist bigot. You weren't willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, standing there with the noose around his neck.
Well, that's part of our creed.
Yeah.
Racist bigot, you don't listen to. You just don't do it.
Yeah. For me, the first thing was two guys wearing MAGA hats in Chicago.
20
At
below?
night. I'm thinking to myself.
Is Jasmine going to call in?
It's like, really? Come on. Two
And
MAGA hat wearing guys?
more-
I don't think so.
They got more things they can charge them with, too, like conspiracy to commit a crime.
That's right. There were more than two guys, yeah.
This guy
Yeah.
should not see the light of day for 20 years, give or take, because you have it right when you talked about terrorism. I mean, this guy should be thrown to the wolves.
Yeah.
And everybody else that does the same thing. And that's why he thought he could get away with it, because so many people already have gotten away with it. The whole Antifa thing. I haven't heard of one Antifa guy going to jail, for causing trouble.
Yeah. It's time to be disciplined and make an example of somebody. And I'm sorry, Mr. Smollett, that you're the guy, but you know what? You really
volunteered.
went overboard on
He
this.
volunteered.
I hit him hard because you know what?
Yeah.
If there's any truth to the fact that there's some kind of connection between the Bookers and the Harrises and the DNC or anything else, let's put the squeeze on Mr. Smollett before he goes to prison for 20
I like
years and
that.
see who he rolls on. Right?
Oh
And
no,
it's
he's gonna
conspiracy,
commit
buddy.
suicide with with a double tap to the back of his head.
One of the Clinton crime syndicate, add it to the body
Yeah.
list, the Clinton body bag list. Yeah. All right, what else you got, Gary? Anything?
Well, same thing, though. If they can link politicians to it, there's more conspiracy from the Democrat Party. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is just crazy time. And, we have to buckle in because it's coming. It's coming, and it's coming faster and furiouser because they know they got their backs up against the wall because they have a president that's fighting them. And so they're bringing in everything they've got. And it's going to be a crazy summer.
Yeah, I think the lead up to this next election is definitely going to have all kinds of, what are they called, gaslights, false flags, you name it, it's coming. So, great.
Hey, Gary, did you hear the story about the guy wearing the MAGA hat? He and his wife wearing the MAGA hat in Bowling Green? Trick question, I know you did.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Where did you hear that?
That was just tragic. I mean, this is America. We should be able to walk around freely. And they're starting, and they have tried to make that hat a racist symbol.
I'm going to tell the story because I know you heard it when I told Dick it on his show just a half an hour ago. But these two people, husband and wife, were wearing MAGA hats in, I think, a Walmart in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and a guy walks by and flips them off. And so the gentleman with the MAGA hat, he flips him off back. And then the guy turns around, pulls a gun on him, on the guy with the MAGA hat, points it at him, and says, "Today's a good day to die."
Wow.
For you to die. Yeah.
For you to die, yeah. And the guy says, "Go ahead, pull the trigger. Go ahead, big guy, pull the trigger." And the guy put the gun away and walked away. Well, it's all on videotape. Surveillance tapes. They got the guy. His name is Phillips, Bowling Green. And he's going to jail. But our hero went and actually chased him down in the store and caught up with him about the same time the police did.
Wow. That's crazy.
But
That's
once
crazy.
again, MAGA hats. These people were innocent people wearing MAGA hats, and they got terrorized. They weren't doing the terrorizing that Smollett would like you to think, the Democrats would like you to think about the Covington kid with the MAGA hat, right? No. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, I was watching Let It Rip a couple of days ago, and everybody on the panel except for Ron Edwards was in agreement that the MAGA hat has become a racist symbol. And just because they say it is, that's nonsense.
Yeah, that's total nonsense. Make America Great is not a racist saying, or it's not a racist symbol. And anyone that says that is a liar and an agendist, and they don't belong in journalism, on TV, on the radio, or anything else. That's disgraceful and disgusting for Fox News to do that.
Trump is
How do you feel about it?
demonstrably
Tell the truth.
Trump is demonstrably not a racist. I mean, wow.
Yeah. All right. Well, great call, Gary. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Gary.
Have a good one. Let's take there you go. Let's take a call from Jasmine in Chicago. Jasmine, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Or not. Let's put that on hold. Jasmine, welcome to the show.
Hello there.
Hey, I pushed the wrong button, so there you go.
Well, lucky he didn't get hung up on.